I don't know if I've started a new stream. I'm trying to update, it won't work. Am I streaming? Have I started a new stream? I've got no idea. I think I may have started a new stream. Hello, is there anybody out there? I should probably quit while I'm behind. Let me just see if I can type new stream in the old chat. Not without my keyboard being on, I can't. What a disaster. I don't know if there's anyone here. Oh, Kai, who's here? How you going, Kai? My God, this is not good. Once I go out of here, I can't get back in. Oh, shit, I can't see. Oh, my God. What a disaster this morning is. Okay, I'm live here, right now, here. Hey, Carl, how you going? Yes, we're back. Okay. Now I'm still having difficulties. Okay, I'm going to have to sort something out here, guys. Hey, George, how you going, Carl? Kai? Sorry, guys. Having severe difficulties still. So I'm going to have to enlist some help. From somewhere, I don't know. I don't know if anyone's technical enough to help me here. Holy cow. Oh, we may have to start again tomorrow. Oh, I don't know. We are back, but what is actually happening? Let me pin that first. Let me open the widget. What is a widget when it's at home anyway? And I can't click on this. It's not doing anything. The stream is excellent now. Have you done a basic speed test? I did actually. Hang on. Watch this. I can turn my keyboard on. We'll do it live. We'll do a live speed test. Okay, where are we? Ookla, speed test. Give it to me. Southern phone, huh? Okay, let's have a look. Allow until I close this site. Oh, that's not real great. Oh, it's going up. It's going. Still not great. It was 100 and something the other day. Okay, it's probably because I'm on Wi-Fi. Oh, that's not great either. Oh, we're dropping. Oh, shit. I might be able to choose another thing to go through. Hang on. Change server. Superloop. Wow, never heard of it. Hey, this one normally works at Chatswood, Telstra. Let's go, have a look. Yeah, it's fast. I don't know why. I'm still on Sherry. No, this one's not much better. What's going on? I'm going to have to get like a lead to connect into the internet here. I know it goes much higher than this. Yeah, that's not real good. It's still high, but it's not real like it was the other day. How you going, J1? And Tiki Doll, I'm waving back at ya. Okay, well, it's not too bad. So God knows what's going on with YouTube Studio. Oh, now it's excellent. No, it's warning again. Warning. It's lower than the 3,327.37 is lower than the recommended bit rate. Something wrong. buffering. Oh dear. Yeah. Mark said it seems okay. George said, can Hev see me? Yes, I can, George. How you going? Good to see ya. Yeah, I'll just try and do Twitter and see how we go, guys. What have I bookmarked? Let's have a look at that. Because I have been bookmarking, even though I've been very, very busy. Okay, William McGimpsey said Australia's e-safety commissioner is trying to make censor posts about Rana Zarutska's murder. She also wants to censor Charlie Kirk's murder and machete attacks by Aussie migrants. There's a pattern of removing evidence of leftist or migrant violence. Ego Shredder said, so Hev, to clear the DNS cache, just open Notepad and copy-paste this into it. Then save with a bit file extension and run it. ipconfig /flush DNS. Oh, Deb said you feel so much better now, Deb. We'll see how we go. I'll keep going, and then I'll have to do it when I'm not streaming, I think. Washington's Ghost said that's just embarrassing. Clownwell said this was one of the Portland and anti-ICE protesters who refused to walk, so ICE gave her a ride. Yes, well, that's what you get. That's what you get when you won't walk. I'd strap into one of those things what was a Silence of the Lambs thing, that type of thing. I'd strap into one of them. Trolley. Okay, Lozzie B said this is why we should not have immigrants, especially Muslim immigrants, in our government. And Anas Sarwar, the leader of the Scottish Labor Party, says that Pakistani Muslims will take over the Scottish government and lead Western countries. Sarwar also says he wants Muslim Pakistanis to decide what children are taught in Scottish schools and schools in the West. Yeah, they're not trying to conquer the West at all. Wake the fuck up. This is happening in Australia too. They've already infiltrated our government and institutions, they have. How you going, Paul? Good to see ya. Okay, DOQ said, as God's children, we love the people. Doesn't matter if they're in Israel, Gaza, North Korea or China. We love them. We're just trying to get by. The government is a whole different story. The state is a different story. We don't love evil power structure that exists and is controlled by one or two incredibly evil people with a bunch of slaves just doing their jobs. This is how I feel, okay? Love all people. Don't like what's happening. Kai's buffering. Oh, no. Okay, Red Line Report said, breaking, the Kirk family and Turning Point USA are preparing defamation lawsuits against media outlets and figures who smeared Charlie Kirk after his assassination. TPUSA spokesman Andrew Colvert said on a podcast with Scott Jennings, we're seeing it all and logging it all. We have good lawyers. Do you support this? Yes or no? If yes, give me a thumbs up. Yeah, well, everyone wants the truth. That's all we want. That's all we want. Yeah, out to lunch, those straitjackets are comfortable. Retards Down Under said, breaking, Trump officially invites Albo MP to the big, beautiful White House. This will be interesting. Donald J. Trump said, I've officially invited, I don't think this is really Trump. I think this is it's not. But it's funny. I've officially invited Australia's PM Anthony Airbus Albanese to the big, beautiful White House at the end of this month. No, but they're meeting in October, apparently, allegedly. Anthony once said that I scare the shit out of him, which I thought was quite rude. If Anthony was scared of me before, just wait until after the meeting. He may one day regret those words. I look forward to discussing trade, AUKUS, and him wanting to ban Australian citizens from social media. So sad. Thank you for your attention to this matter. MAGA that does not exist, okay? But it is funny. You've got to admit. Okay? Okay. Kamashun? I don't know. Says MSM lies alert. What? Oh, this is about the Japanese. new Prime Minister, I think, is it? President? I don't know. What Takechi did actually said to LDP politicians at her victory speech, you will work like carriage horses. I will abandon the notion of work-life balance. Work, work, work. That's all I will do. But the context was she was talking to elected lawmakers about their responsibility to rebuild the party and serve the nation. Okay, now, let me just tell you, this is how they do it, right? If you see or hear something from someone, you want to know the context, the whole context. You should watch the whole thing, okay? Because this is not talking about the people, which is what it looks like in the first place. She was talking to elected lawmakers about the responsibility to build a party and serve the nation. Yes, you will work, work, work. Your notion of work-life balance is out the window. You'll work like carriage horses to serve the people. What MSM did was cut her quote and placed it next to footage of struggling mothers saying it's really hard working while raising children. And that's what the mainstream media does. The implication? Takachi, I hope I'm saying that right, wants to force working mothers to abandon work-life balance. The reality was she was demanding more from politicians, not citizens. She was talking about herself and fellow lawmakers sacrificing comfort, not imposing hardship on regular people. The media knows exactly what they're doing, and they do it in all of our countries, okay? If the media says something, go and look for it yourself, the whole thing. The media knows exactly what they're doing. They're trying to turn Japan's first female PM into a villain on day one. Watch for this pattern. When they can't attack her policies, they'll twist her words, which is exactly true. And she has become, the Pleb reporter said, Japan's new elected Prime Minister says she's going to deport all these hardcore Islamic lunatics from their country. I'm so happy for the Japanese people. I thought the Japanese weren't taking them in, but it looks like they were. Oh dear. God love you, Deb. Thank you. It says, so happy to be back together again. It is. So even Japan's copping it. So even they need, this lady, whoever she is, obviously. Okay, Mark Nixon said breaking news. Takechi becomes Prime Minister of Japan. I need to find out the pronunciation of her name. A strong conservative woman just crushed the woke establishment. The left is in shambles. This is the way. Oh, way to go. Way to go, you wonderful lady. Now let's hope Pauline Hanson gets in Australia. I know some people don't like her, but she's better than what we got, mate. I'm telling you now. Okay, let me just sit here cross-legged on my bed. It's pretty comfy, actually, streaming from here. Stephen said the EU Safety Commissioner's gone crazy. She now says pictures of the white girl defending herself are Islamophobic and anyone posting will be prosecuted. Press a heart if you stand with our girls. Well, I don't know if I showed this in one of my recent one of my recent live streams, or one of the most recent ones. And so I'm not sure if that's the one, but one of them's been blocked. So one of my most recent live streams, which was like a month ago, has been blocked. It's been a hard month, guys. The opinionated black woman auntie said this, so the ABC neglected to say that the man who threatened to knock Albo is a black fella. This is going to be quite the dilemma for the left. Apparently someone has threatened to knock Albo out, or knock him. Okay. StopWorldControl.com said, can you imagine having a president who writes this to you? It took me all these years to finally understand God. The only thing I had to understand I didn't need to understand. I had to accept. I had to let things go. I had to let things be. God has a plan for each and every one of us. Not just a final plan, a step-by-step plan. Have the courage to move forward. Take that step even if you're afraid. Learn to move forward and don't look back. Keep your eyes open. New things are revealed after each step forward. Someone told me this recently. God loves you. I think it was Timmy. This is written by President Trump for his private subscribers on Pappy Trumpo. What a time to be alive. America, you have no idea who is leading your country and the new world. There you go. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not happy with Albo, but I'm happy with Trump, like being in the White House. Yeah, Tim said, look, every step in life, something better comes from it. So just go with it, Not that I'm complaining, I'm not. I'm living in a 6-bedroom house with 9 people, but hey, it's entertaining. Don Lucas said, conservatives, does this video of black women with guns offend you? Not in the least. In fact, I'm quite happy to see them all well armed. I really am. And I wish I could be too. Especially that lady at the end. I don't know what that gun was, but geez, it looks good. Oh, even this one does. Oh, they all do actually. Hang on. Just look at them all. I don't know, I love guns. I used to shoot them when I was little. Only a BB gun, but I loved the aiming and hitting the target, that sort of stuff. I was a good aim in archery too. I used to do archery at school camp. I was good at aiming, put it that way. I don't know if I am anymore. My shoulders are forked. Okay, don't you worry about that. Said Australia's population is less than a tenth the size of the United States, yet we have more public servants than the US does. This bureaucracy no longer represents or respects the democratic will of the Australian people, just like President Trump's struggle to make America great again. We desperately need to cull our woke public service. We've got a bad woke public service, let me tell you right now. It's really bad. And it's bloated. Michael said, anyone have any guesses? Scott Brunswick. I don't know how true this is, right? So take it with a grain of salt, as with everything, pretty much. My military source just told me this, his exact message. When the mask comes off, one of the characters in this movie, the shock will be so overwhelming that people will literally pee their pants, more than one. What? Are you ready for that level of truth? You might be able to guess, but the comments will be fun to watch. The potential answers. What are people guessing here? Oh, Jesus, under Trump. Oh, not only would they pee themselves, these normies would literally soil their underwear. In fact, they'll more than likely get a case of spastic colon for a couple of weeks and continue to fill their drawers, prompting a surge in adult diaper sales. Someone thinks it's Elvis. And Erica Kurt is Kate Hudson. Holy guacamole. Some people think everyone's been replaced. Everyone. Have they all bet? What do you guys think? And Michael thinks Kate Hudson's also a dude. Oh, I don't know. Waiting is the hardest bit. It is to find out because we know what's going on here. We're watching what we're watching, right? And it's hard to sit back and know who's who, what's what, and where we are, okay? Now, this is Puppy Trumpo. People think this is Donald Trump, okay? I don't know. Donald Trumpo says, say where we go one, we go all. If you're a cute child. Are you a cute child? I'm a cute child. Here from day one. And awake before that. Or waking anyway before that. I was really awake once Q started. That was quite interesting. Kobe Thatcher said, don't be afraid of being called far right. These days, far right simply means normal. Are you normal? I think you guys are pretty normal. Even if we're a bit out there, we're still normal. More normal than what we see these days, especially from the left. Even our politicians. Lozzie B said, if Aussies don't stand up soon in a big way, we'll lose this country. We'll be the generation that gave away everything our ancestors built, sacrificed, fought and died for. That's how history will remember us. The generation that chose to live on their knees rather than stand and fight. Not me, though. I'm going to fight like hell and do whatever I have to do to try and salvage what's left of this country. And I agree. If we don't start to take back our country, then there's going to be very little left that resembles the Australia we once knew. And I'd really, whatever anyone says, Pauline Hanson is our best bet. It is better than what we have in power right now. A lot of people are looking at Andrew Hastie. Yeah, I'm a cutard. I don't care. So sue me. I don't have any money, but you can try. You can try. Okay, I have to get my cup of tea. Sorry, guys. The minds of youth are easily corrupted. Which is why the corrupt ply their propaganda to the youth. You know, like with Greta Thunberg, who's currently being held in Israel right now. She got arrested because they didn't follow the guidelines. So I don't know. I just think like with the Palestine thing or the Gaza thing, right? I just think, are you on the side of Greta Thunberg, Anthony Albanese, the English MPs, right? Are you on the side of them? Because if you're on the side of them, I don't think you're on the side of truth. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, just, you know, it really, you know, also the Democrats, they're all Palestine, yay. I don't want anyone to be hurt or killed. And I believe that's how Trump stands as well, right? But, you know, in war, sometimes shit has to happen. Shit happens, mate. What are you going to do? You have to be violent sometimes. Yeah, Greta does need a straitjacket and a padded cell. She's a little moron. A little puppet. The Nazi youth like puppet. Elon Musk said, that's what, yep, I have read that one. Eric Doherty said breaking director Kash Patel announces the FBI has slashed all ties with the ADL after the group called Christian Identity and Turning Point USA hateful and causes of terror. Is that the American Defense League? Is that what it is? James Comey wrote love letters to the ADL and embedded FBI agents with them, a group that ran disgraceful ops spying on Americans. That era is over. The FBI won't partner with political fronts masquerading as watchdogs. There you go. Okay, Awakened Outlaw said regardless of how many times the truth about so-called democratic socialism is lied about doesn't change the truth. This rebranding represents nothing more than a marketing strategy to sell the same collectivist authoritarianism crap wrapped up in with a different bow on it. Always has been, always will be. And as Lenin himself pointed out, the goal of socialism is communism. This ain't hard, folks. Don't fall for their bullshit. It's all essentially one thing regardless of the nomenclature du jour. How can I pronounce that? I can't pronounce other words. They just can't be honest about what they want because they know that the public would reject them outright, and they'd be right. This is why incrementalism is purposefully leveraged as a means to get us there, little bit by little bit, so we don't notice at first. And then people start waking up. And then they've been forced to go quicker because of Trump. And people really start to wake up because they can see it. By the way, death by 1,000 cuts is still death. As the plus 100 million dead humans and counting this evil ideology has killed can attest. Doesn't matter whether it's democratic socialism, Marxism, or communism. It's all the same shit. Chief Nerd says, Behar, Trump is attacking you as a communist. Are you? Ma'am Dammy said, no, I'm a democratic socialist. There has to be a better distribution of wealth for all of God's children in this country. Yeah, that is on your way to being a communist. Don't worry about that. Okay. Then we have Andy No. After letting Katie Davis Court's Antifa assault suspect escape, Portland police asked the public to help identify the assailant. They do this so it makes it look like they aren't ignoring the case, but they are ignoring it. I speak through experience of multiple assaults being handled by the PPB. Katie put her life at risk to find... Hang on one sec, guys. Whoa, that was loud. Okay. Katie put her life at risk to find an officer and chase down the suspect, only for the officer to let the suspect simply walk away while masked. The person went inside the Antifa camp where NLG members were before being ushered by the cell inside the Antifa safe house at 677 South Lowell Street, Unit 152 in southwest Portland. Wow. There's an Antifa encampment somewhere. Whoa. Okay, Craig Kelly here in Australia said the Pope's been conned. The only increasingly evident impact of climate change is from the alarmist and hysterical media reporting. In the real world, the number of climate disasters compared to the past is decreasing. The warming bringing us out of the Little Ice Age has been beneficial, and mankind has never been safer from the ever-present danger of bad weather. We all get bad weather every now and then. It happens. Actually, it's much warmer down. I've moved about 45 minutes away with a 10-degree Celsius raise in temperature. Constantly hot now. I'm a hot mess. I'm joking, of course. Elon Musk said, with rare exception, ideas really are trivial compared to execution. For example, the idea of going to the moon is simple, but actually going to the moon is staggeringly difficult. I wonder how they made it there back in the 50s and 60s. If it's that difficult. Do you reckon they made it to the moon? I don't know if they did. I don't know about that. Hey, Menacing Muskrat. Hey, going. Good to see ya. I think I missed your call the other day. Sorry, I couldn't talk. I was running back and forward like 45 minutes each way. Back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, trying to finish it off. Malcolm Roberts said, oh, got a hair on the thing. Recently in Parliament, Prime Minister Albanese tried to ridicule me, saying Senator Roberts thinks that bill to rent is part of the World Economic Forum's agenda. It is. Before calling it a conspiracy theory. That reminded me of Gandhi's quote, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight with you, then you win. After One Nation doubled our Senate representation, it seems the PM has moved from ignoring to ridiculing, and in doing so, he engaged in misinformation. Is he going to be held accountable? Hello, e-safety Karen? Are you going to go after Albanese for his misinformation? Let's be clear, the WEF's push to end single-family home ownership is real. Their "you'll own nothing and be happy" slogan is not a conspiracy, it's a stated goal. The Albanese government's nature-positive plan borrows heavily from the WEF's SUB, Sustainable Urban Policy, and that is where the Albanese government took the name and many elements of this nature-positive plan. After meeting with the new WEF co-chair, Larry Fink of BlackRock. Ha ha ha. See? That's what he met Larry Fink for. Everyday Australians, especially our hard-working farmers, are being ignored while billionaires get the MP's attention. No wonder he was booed at the Bendigo Bush Summit and chased out of town by farmers on tractors. Labor is no longer the party of the worker, it's the party of predatory billionaires destroying our country for profit, power and control. We're going to need more tractors. Guys, we're going to need more tractors, right? Derek Johnson said the ending will be worth the fight. Patriots, hang on and give them hell till the finish line. We're trying. I'm trying. I had to take a month off, but that was to move. It wasn't for my mental health, believe me. Certainly not for that, because it was a nightmare. Okay, there we go. Elon Musk said, listen to this, father. We need to hold judges and DAs responsible for releasing vicious murderers on innocent victims. Yes, when are we going to start holding judges and DAs and, other people accountable for letting them out constantly? Like this one. Libs of TikTok, man arrested for attempted murder in Indiana has nearly 100 prior arrests. Courtney Booz is that how you say it? Oh, that's how I say it anyway, was arrested after he allegedly stabbed a 69-year-old man at a gas station. Oh, Booz reportedly has 99 prior arrests. I'm sorry, but it looks like he should be in a mental institution. With charges including trespass, drug crimes, theft, battery and bodily injury. Records show this career criminal has apparently never been to prison, although he needs something, I'm telling you. He needs mental health or prison, one of the two. This is what Democrat pro-crime policies get you. Insanity. I don't know, he does look like demented to me. He looks like he belongs in a institution. Okay. Francie Nancy said they're not coming here because Australian universities are the best. Far from it. They come for the back door to permanent residency while universities rake in millions. Universities Australia are also preparing a large delegation of university leaders to take a trip to China this month to keep this flood of cash incoming. Universities of Sydney new equation, foreign students equal 51%. I've got a cat who's about to run amok. Foreigners outnumber Australian students at the national oldest university, with new figures revealing for the first time the magnitude of institutions' reliance on revenue from international enrolments. There you go. Cut their funding. Cut them off. Joey Manorino said Qatar is pumping money into the American education system. $6.25 billion has been pumped into American universities from Qatar since 2001. That's a level of influence. What are you doing? You're sitting on the keyboard. No. My cat was scrolling. I'm sorry, guys. Please bear with me. Hang on. Sorry, I had to cough as well. That was funny as I'm thinking, what's going on? He was sitting on the keyboard. Scrolling down for me. Up, down, I don't know, whatever way, you know. We're nearly there. Okay, we're here somewhere. Okay. That's a level of influence I surely didn't know about. I guess it now makes sense why American universities have become absolute hotbeds of anti-Israel sentiment. Follow the money. Look, a lot of people think that Candace Owens is being paid by Qatar, that Tucker Carlson's being paid by Qatar. I don't know, okay? I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Elon Musk is... Oh, there's a big boycott of Netflix going on at the moment because they've got some weird shit on their show. On Coco Melon, they're introducing a gay fathers and a trans son. And the gay fathers are the trans son's biggest fan. Oh, no. Is it going off, is it? Let me have a look. Warning, warning, warning. Okay, I'm going to have to plug it in, I think, to the internet so I get higher speeds. Anyway, the show on Netflix, The Babysitter's Club, pushes transgenderism on kids, shame characters for misgendering, and demands hospital staff refer to and treat a boy as a girl. It's insane. Maybe I'm not allowed to talk about trans. I don't know. Can anyone else? Everyone got me? Okay. Old Soldier said we have a missing child in our area. Police are here, helicopters overhead calling for him. It must be 500 residents out with torches. It's touching to see how many people care. But you know what's happened to the missing boy? The police have called off the search. Meanwhile, Desi, whatever his name is, the white supremacist that they're claiming is a sovereign, I don't know, whatever he is, right? The guy they were after for shooting 2 cops in Australia, they're still after him, though. They're still searching for him. But a missing child, 7 days, that's the cutoff. Okay? Actually, let me have a look. Let's see if we can get the little missing child up here. Missing Child Australia. Oh, that's not how you spell Australia. Okay, 500 looking for a guy the cops hate. 50 people sent out a week late to look for a little boy. A little boy, year-old boy, lost on a station. What the fuck? Cops should be ashamed of themselves. Okay, where was that little... The family of a 4-year-old boy who vanished into the vast South Australian outback is struggling to comprehend what's happened. As a desperate search enters its 4th day, little Gus was last seen on Saturday wearing his yellow Minions t-shirt. How did he disappear? This is it. This is him. Please pray for this missing 4-year-old Gus from South Australia. It's been 7 days since he wandered off on a remote, enormous sheep farm in South Australia. Apparently there was mines on the property. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with it. But there's a lot of questions about it. Search for missing boy Gus Lamont called off in South Australia outback. Something isn't right here. How can the police dogs not be able to pick up his scent? Did the Aboriginal tracker only find one footprint? And the area around the station is flat for miles. Poor baby. I don't know, but they're still looking for Desi Freeman. 500 cops are looking for him. 50 cops were sent out to look for a little boy that was lost in a station, and now they've shut that search down. But they're still looking for this guy. Okay? Just so you know. Australia's fucked. Seriously. Now let's get back. If you get motion sickness, look away for a minute. Oh, my stomach's growling already. Here we go. I should have eaten this morning. I was too busy trying to work out technical difficulties and I still didn't work it all out. Okay. Senator Babette, this was on October the 2nd, a few days ago. Why is Hillary Clinton welcome in Australia, but Donald Trump Jr. was slow-walked out of a visa until he had to cancel his event? Double standards are ridiculous. Kobe Thatcher said spotted crooked Hillary leaving Sydney, Australia this morning. Get out of here. Oh. There was a missing child, Hillary Clinton. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. Okay. And Mark PG said Labor's been caught red-handed. $150 million spent on brainwashing people about the climate scam. Money can be tracked coming from overseas, backed by companies that have huge interest in renewables. These companies don't pay any tax in Australia. They take billions in subsidies. The opinionated black woman auntie said of all the things that didn't happen, this definitely didn't. Grifters are going to grift. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese claims he contributed to Gaza war peace deal announced by US President Donald Trump. I doubt that very much. He's a moron. Albanese is a legend in his own mind. Okay? That's all you need to know about that. Lozzie B said to change the system, you have to stop feeding and funding it. Only feed and fund what aligns with your values and beliefs. Boycotts, mass opt-outs and walking away from what does not serve you is powerful. Redirect your energy, your money, your attention to where it matters. Stop following and supporting the mainstream media that lies to you and support independent journalists and anti-influencers that tell you the truth. Stop using app streaming services that groom and push agendas. Stop buying from foreign-owned businesses. Stop country-owned and country-made... Country-owned and country-made first. Every dollar spent is a vote. Every choice is a seed. Withdraw from what manipulates, indoctrinates, enslaves and controls and invest in what liberates. We don't win by fighting the system on its terms, but by refusing to keep it alive. Starve the beast, like Netflix. Starve it. Oh, Deb, have you got it again? We're having difficulties again. I'll try and work it out by tomorrow, guys. Pauline Hanson has said Anthony Albanese has once again shown his arrogance. On a trip to the UK, he refused to even meet with Nigel Farage, despite Farage's growing strength and the possibility he could become Britain's next Prime Minister. It shows exactly what Labor thinks of the millions of everyday Australians who support true conservative voices. They fear us. And the Liberals are no better. Their leadership is too weak to do what is right. While One Nation says clearly we'll scrap net zero, the Liberal Party leadership hide behind reviews and excuses. That's why their own MPs are frustrated and their supporters are walking away. Australians know what's at stake. If the major parties keep running the show, our industries will vanish, our borders will stay wide open, and our way of life will slip away. That's the future under Labor and Liberal. One Nation is different. Since the last election, we've doubled in the polls, grown our membership and opened new branches across the country. Every week, more Australians are walking away from the tired old parties and joining One Nation. Farmers, workers, small business owners, families, they're choosing our strength of vision over Labor-Liberal weakness. I've always fought for manufacturing and for everyday Australians, and I'll continue to do so. People want real leadership, not excuses and empty promises. Together we can send a message they cannot ignore. One Nation is the true Conservative voice in this country, and we're only getting stronger. Way to go, Pauline. Malcolm Roberts said a $1.5 million first home can be bought up with only a 5% deposit under the government's new caps here in Australia. A $1.5 million home over 30 years with a 20% deposit is $1,660.38 per week. The interest total is $1,390,000. A $1.5 million home over 30 years with a $5 deposit is $1,971.46 per week. So that's nearly $8,000 a month, if not over. The interest total is $1,650,000. First home buyers are getting slapped with an extra $260,000 in interest. The only people this scheme helps is the banks. It doesn't help first home buyers because they're going to have so much difficulty paying that off. Australian Patriots said important, not happy with the current Prime Minister. The link below will take you to the official parliamentary e-petition for a vote of no confidence in our Prime Minister. I've already signed it. A similar petition in Britain is well underway and is complementing the marches of patriotism in helping build the case. We have to do more than talk and shake our heads in dismay in Australia. Please consider signing. It takes 30 seconds. A vote of no confidence, that's what it is. And I might even copy that. Copy the link and stick it in the... where am I? I've got to go over here to... Put it in here. Oh, God. Difficulties. That is really weird. Okay. I'll probably wrap it up shortly. I'll start reading comments shortly because now we're going way back from things that I don't even know if they're relevant anymore. Anthony Albanese is facing a revolt from state and territory leaders over health and NDIS reform, with premiers blasting the federal government for short-changing the hospital system by billions of dollars and blindsiding them on changes to the nation's disability scheme. In an extraordinary joint statement issued after a meeting of the Council for the Australian Federation, which comprises state and territory leaders, the Commonwealth's latest hospital funding offer of $20 billion over 5 years was shot down as being woefully short of what was required by states and territories, especially when you keep importing more people that are filling up the hospitals and then they don't have the money to run them. This was despite the funding proposal representing a $7 billion increase from the Commonwealth's most recent offer to states, following more than 2 years of protracted negotiations on a 5-year hospital funding deal and associated reforms to the $48 billion disability scheme. Premiers and chief ministers accused the Albanese government of not honouring the December 2023 National Cabinet Agreement that they would be no worse off. They need to start investigating the health and NDIS. And a suspected terror attack in Manchester from Basil the Great. Early reports suggest an Islamist has gone on a mass stabbing rampage at a synagogue on Middleton Road, Heaton Park. Armed police were on the scene. It was a developing story. I haven't looked into it since. And this one. This is going to be the last one I read for today. The opinionated black woman aunties that have babies. I encourage every Aussie to have lots and lots of babies. Have 5, have 10. Keep pumping them out, guys. I don't care if my tax dollars pay for Aussie babies. There you go. Craig Kelly said this has to be the final straw. I used to believe in selling off the ABC, but when they stoop so low that use taxpayer money to argue a case against babies, then that's the case to breed ourselves into extinction. I've changed my mind. The entire joint should be burnt to the ground, its ashes put through a sieve and buried at the bottom of a deep pit and then concreted over. Because this is an ABC article or something. The case against babies. Wow. Antinatalists arguing having kids is little more than a procreational Ponzi scheme. The risks are real. This is the case against babies. Shame on them. What in the hell? It's crazy. But that's what they want, you know. Oh, well, maybe read this one. Australian Greens parody account. This is Gail Hubble, a Victorian magistrate. From her bench, a perch she has converted into a platform for ideological sabotage. She champions a 14-year-old Sudanese-born serial offender, a child whose name the public cannot know, as the protagonist of her destructive social experiment. In this perversion of priorities, a serial offender's anonymity is the only thing the judge vigorously protects. It's a state-shielded secret, while the security of his victims is ruthlessly dismantled. This teenager, a defendant with a rap sheet of nearly 400 criminal charges for everything from armed robberies to home invasions, carjackings and aggravated burglaries, is a living testament to Hubble's catastrophic failure as a judge. She has granted him bail over 50 times. Oh, no. Presiding over what's essentially a revolving door that spins on the axis of her destructive rehabilitation first ideology. The Herald Sun reported her telling admission in July 2025, I've lost count of how many times I've given him bail. This is the credo of a judge who holds the law in contempt, responsible only to the echo chamber of her own ideology. And she faces absolutely no check on this power. There are no consequences for her, no public oversight, nothing at all. She's insulated, immune and utterly unaccountable, while the community she's sworn to protect is left to endure the violent consequences of her arrogance. She is free to fail. He is free to reoffend. You are free to be a victim. This is justice in Victoria. In Victoria, Australia. God help us all. Okay, let's go to the comments now. You got Timmy in the house. Good to see all you guys. Where am I? Go back. How far can we go? Okay. No buffering, says George, on your side. Kai said, had to exit the tube. Susan's cat. Sorry, I got a cat. Don't stand on my keyboard again. That's not good. Susan said it's twirling and no sound. No. Alex said, did you manage to figure out your password, Kai? Kai said no. George said, refresh YouTube, Susan. Alex said, I thought everyone had gone, so I X'd it. Shannon. George said, I can't see Shannon. Susan said, there it is, what? Oh, dear. Sorry, guys. I'm having technical difficulties. Currently, my stream is very healthy. It's actually excellent, so I don't know why it's going up and down like that. But anyway, I'm going to have to plug myself in. Plug the computer in. I wonder if I could plug myself into... Yeah, like a med bed. Out to lunch said, heard medbed message was on President Trump's Truths page, but was taken off later. Any thoughts on that? I think Menacing Muskrat sent me that. No, hang on. Dealey sent it to me. She sent me that. So there is something going on with medbeds. They're coming. I think they're going to... like the med bed's going to be used to find out what's wrong with you in the first place. What do you call it? You know, Dr. Timmy would know. Oh shit, my mic just fell on me. Okay. I'm having a great time this morning, guys. How about you? Doing good? Hope so. Okay, but yeah, med beds are coming soon. So you got anything wrong with you? Just hang in there as much as you can. Shannon said, my new ninja training is paying off Windows. George said, now I see you, Shannon. Susan said, oh, yeah, the med bed's wondering about that. Alex said, oh, no, don't forget to put it on live chat. Oh, I've got mine on top chat. I've got the other one on live chat. To diagnose, that's what the word I was thinking of. Timo's probably going, what the hell is she talking about? I reckon the med beds are going to be used to diagnose and fix people, but that's just me. I can't see what you said before that except NCIA, Kai. I don't know what that's about. Kai said ego is correct. Is Ego Shredder here? How you going, Ego Shredder? D. Lee, how you going? Kai said, creation without a soul, land only a spirit, needs to harvest loosh. Deb said it's like a silent movie. Stu said, Stu, how you going, Stu? Let's go. Yeah, I missed everyone too. Shannon said, bearing, let's go. Yeah, I used to watch him ages ago, but when I lost my first channel, I lost all the people I was subbed to, and he was one of them. Now he's Mrs. Vinegar Tits, whatever her name is. Sugar Tits, I don't know what her name is, something on YouTube, is going as well. Yeah, George, anyone without a soul is a demon. Oh, for sure. Stu said, g'day everyone here. I missed you guys too. Out to lunch said, any U17 border future proofs passed? I haven't looked, to be honest. For the last month, I have been doing nothing but driving back and forward. It wasn't the big shit that was the problem. It was all the little shit. Oh, my God. I never want to do that again. That last 4 weeks has been a nightmare. I do not want to repeat. Next time, I want to pay for someone to move me. Possibly including packing. Yeah, that was not good. That whole thing was not good. But I'm here now. I don't have to worry about it anymore. And the house is gone. The keys are handed back and I am free. I don't know if I'll get my bond back, but I'm free. And a bond is what you pay in the beginning. It's like your security deposit maybe in America. You pay 4 weeks in advance. So it was like $1,400. But I didn't mow the lawn when I left because I was actually sick and I had run out of energy and will and everything by yesterday. Because yesterday was the last day. I handed the keys back. And I was out. I had no more in me to do it. And I moved on my own. So I just got to really lessen the shit that I've got and throw a lot of shit out. That's what I learned. Oh, her name's Sugar Tits. Okay, sorry. I didn't know if it was Vinegar Tits or Sugar Tits, Shannon. Yeah, there's a guy on YouTube called Bearing. I'm not swearing, I swear to God. And he's being rude. And his wife he calls his wife Sugar Tits, right? So now they both have channels on YouTube. It's buffering again. Mine says my stream is healthy. It says here my stream is healthy. It's excellent, in fact. Oh. So, yeah, out to lunch. I'll be looking up Q posts again because I'm sure there are. Well, the military itself is one of them. And what's happening with the military is being sent in. Is it military, National Guard, whatever it is? I'm still expecting the financial crash coming. And possibly 10 days of darkness. I don't know. Kai said out to lunch. We have everything early by about 3 days or so. Ego Shredder said, George, although NPCs are just empty vessels ready to be taken over by other entities and programmed. Yeah, demons. Out to lunch said, maybe ask groceries to analyse Q-board and get its thoughts on it. D. Lee said, do you have to live in Australia to sign? I think you do. Unfortunately, otherwise I'd tell the whole world to sign this, please. Shannon said, hey, Stu, what do you call a fly with its wings pulled off? A walk. Tim said it helps non-citizen corporations buy houses. Yes. I don't know if anyone remembers, but it was like 10 years ago, I think it was. At least in Australia, corporations are now considered people. they were classed as people. I don't know how. I think I know why, because they could do a lot more corruption that way. Deb said, yes, NPCs are becoming more apparent. They are, aren't they? Just the people that don't think. Alex said, there you are, Timmy. Yeah. We miss Timmy. Stu said, Thump did my favourite speech yet for the Navy's 250th birthday today. Trump or Thump? Everyone's saying, hello, Timmy. It's buffering and back and all over the place. I'm so sorry, guys. At the moment, it says my stream is excellent. It's healthy, so let's see how long that lasts. George said it was buffering for me as well, Kai. Stu said May and I are well. Out too. Hope you're all well. Tim said, I've tried to bid on a few foreclosure auctions this year, only to be outbid massively, so massively that everyone bidding walked away. Normally when I buy a foreclosure home, I rent it back to... Oh, God love you. Ego Shredder said, fix my boots, Dr. Martin, in the house. Call for the... Timmy. Out to lunch said, not allergic to red meat. Kai said, huge solar storm going on, bulk hits tomorrow. Deb said, thank God we need our doctor in the house. Timmy, yeah, we do. You rent it back to the former owner and, if possible, I sell it back to them for what I paid. Oh, wow, Timmy, good on you. You're trying to help people. Oh, God love you. That's so good of you to do that. George said the NPCs and RDR2 are brilliant. Lol. Yeah, Ego Shredder said, Timmy, good to hear. Alex said, I think a lot of big corps are buying them up. They're only building houses now to rent. They want us to own nothing and be happy after all. Timmy, yep, exactly. Shanna said, too late with scissors. Timmy said, bingo, Alex, exactly. Yeah, like I said, you know, when I tried to look for a rental out in the country, they're like 1,500 a week for some of them because they belong to the corporations. That's what they'll do to you. They'll buy all the housing up and they'll charge you a fortune. So there'll be more homeless than there ever are now, even. Deb said, if you want to see how small the group of homes are now, fitting more in one space, you now live like a bedroom home. Wow. Shannon said, world overpopulation is all lies. Kai said, it's still got to get much worse than anything anyone expects. Tim said, it's going to backfire. Too many units will water down the market. These huge companies could find themselves upside down in a day. I hope so. And I do believe it's going to backfire on them. It's AI's backfiring already on them all. Okay. Shannon said, climate change all lies. Yes, I know. I'm sick of saying it, but really, people need to know that. The sooner they understand that, the sooner they'll realise why their electricity bills are so high. Ego Shredder said, Alex, there's a lot of houses up for sale where I live in Bradford, West Yorkshire, especially here, Kai, I reckon. Deb said, I thought my home was small. Alex said, same here. I noticed that the other day in my street, loads of for sale signs will probably be bought by Serco, Ego Shredder. Oh, here we go again. We're having problems. Shannon said, oil shortage, all lies. I know. Yeah, I know that. Kai said, must be so horrific that anyone that survives will never allow it again. I agree. Now it's saying no data. Shannon said, history is all lies. Everything is all lies for control. I agree with that. Ego Shredder said, but it's a shit ton of cheap, high occupancy housing blocks being built in recent years, but no infrastructure or jobs to sustain it for those living in them. Stu said, England's in a bad way, I see, Alex. Yes. It for the last few days, so it's pretty sad to see right now. Alex said, I hope so, Timmy, and the public won't stand for it much longer. The quiet ones are about to stand up, I'm sure. Let's hope they do. It just jumped on me. Okay, where are we? I haven't gone that far back. Kai said, Shannon is correct, even religion, honestly. Kevin said, willing slavery, using history to brainwash so people don't recognise they're slaves. Stu said, elderly and military first. Deb said, history is a construction from the controllers. Sherry said, there are med beds out. You just have to pay for the use. I've heard good things. Alex said, oh no, my stream's not doing well again. Alex said, same here. Lots of green belt is being built on too, which I thought was not allowed. We're being overrun now, countryside being destroyed. That's sad, Alex. The English countryside is beautiful. Deb said, my mum told me the book, The Pale Horse Riding, was a crock, yet I'm living it. Yeah, Shannon said, sugar tits, yep. That's the name of her. Alex said, exactly, Kevin. Oh, Kevin, how you going, Kevin? Good to see you. History will continue to repeat until we break the chain. Lucette, how you going? Sorry if it's buffering, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to do something about that. Now I have to find that wire. Holy shit, you know what? I don't even know where it is. Because by the end I was shoving things in bags and I wasn't labelling anything, and it is a shit fight. Okay. Anywho, let's not worry about that. Alex said, it's terrible. Stu makes me want to weep at how bad things have gotten. Ego Shredder said, Alex, same here. They tore up lovely scenic rural lanes and fields and nature reserve lake. Now an ugly tall building to house immigrants that wander the streets doing nothing. George said, the green belt in the UK should not be built on, Alex. They're destroying the countryside. Exactly. Buffering all over the place. Alex said, only a little bit, but comes back almost immediately, the buffering. Thank you, Alex. No, thank you, Shannon. Keep your breasts inside your shirts. It's okay. Deb said, my has not gone past the University of... Oh. Stu said, well, be a polished bunch with all this buffering. Yes, now it's healthy and excellent again. Lucette said, my God, I'm late. Tim said, Grok is pretty good at offering info RE medical stuff. If correctly promoted, you can get it by its filters, which reminds me, looking for a new job. Learn how to prompt AI. That's a good one. There you go, Shredder said, the professional astrologer woman I'm friends with is also a trained legal financial expert, and she posts info on world money stuff. The whole bubble is about to burst big time. I can't wait. Deb said, never, always great to see you, Lucette. Never, yeah, you're never late. It's always good. Kevin said, big bubble it is. Yeah, well, that'll drop the housing. It'll drop everything. Shannon said that's why they're desperate for war. Yeah, because it normally covers up a financial crash. War normally covers up for a financial crash. But don't forget, there is another system running alongside this one ready to take over. Just hang in there. Kai said, when in a pinch, Grok chose to murder a person rather than being shut down. Deb said, I got to Sydney. George said, if they want a war, let them go to the front line. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think. Send them and their children to the front line. The people who want the war. Like Albanese. They don't have children, though. Have you noticed that? All these bureaucrats that run our governments a lot of them don't have children. And I think there's a reason for that. They have no stake in what happens afterwards, after they destroy it all. Kai said 80% and higher. Stu said, what do you think of Sydney, Deb? Still autocorrect got me again, Debster. Deb said, people need to learn the same side paying and promoting war too. Alex said, it's so sickening flooding tiny island when they have thousands of miles where they came from. All because they were given an easy ride and everything for free while the elderly freeze and starve. Oh, yeah, that's bad. There you go, Shredder said, Stu, she looks nice. Yeah, I would. Oh, wait, you mean something else? On you guys. Kai said, if all is regular folks came together, if all us regular folks came together, it would be finished to 20 minutes tops. Yep. Tim S. said, I'm way less afraid of AI than I was. For the most part, it's just an advanced web researcher unless properly promoted, of course. Yeah, look, it's backfiring on them. The shit they're trying to get it to control isn't working, mate. So I think everything's going to backfire on them. Spectacularly in some ways. Deb said, I'm buffering in the University of Sydney, is all Hev is saying. And Kai said, Deb, it's actually just one family. Stu said, oh, lols. Alex said, I agree, it was never allowed. Greenbelt was always safe, but seemingly not anymore. Slowly turning into a landfill shithole, George. Ego Shredder said, over-reliance on AI will lead to brain atrophy. Yes, I believe it will. Kai said, gotta go pick TJ up from work. Be right back. ASAP. God love you. Oh. Where are we? It jumped again. Oh, I'm here somewhere. Here. Deb said, yes, and more need to be aware of them. Kai said, we are late. Kevin said the build to rent thing is just the you will own nothing rubbish. Exactly. Dealey said, I've seen a report recently about the data centres were paying 80% of their power bill. Deb said, I have refreshed. That's good. George said, data centres can be hacked. Stu said, stream is healthy. Error warning. Alex said, take care. God bless. See you soon. Love to you, Tony and TJ. Out to lunch said Mr. BB333. Mr. MBB333 is talking about how we should be able to see this coming comet soon with binoculars before sunrise in the east. Deb said, could have been my problem. I should have refreshed. Shannon said, maybe putting out too much truth. The stream's getting tampered with. Shannon said, just like the tent. Out to lunch said, we may need to start a wire fund for Hev. Yeah, fund me for a new wire to plug myself in. Shannon said, that's what Sugar Tits said when she signs off. Oh, tits out. Okay. Yeah, I'd prefer everyone keep their tits behind their shirts, but anyway, that's just me. Out to lunch said, Hev's computer blowing out the cobwebs. Oh, definitely. Ego Shredder said, Shannon, you're looking cold tonight. I was not looking honest. Deb said, the transfer don't have children. What? Out to lunch said, Nepoli? Shannon said, the ones that do have children are all, they all trans and fuck. Is that why you think they don't have children? Oh, Tim has said, prompted, not promoted, lol. Okay. George said, so no to digital ID in the UK. Yeah, just say no to them. No matter what they do, say no. No, I don't want it. Thank you. No, you can go away now. Thank you very much. Out to lunch said, seen a Ouija board saying it was to talk to Jesus. Oh, wow. Yeah, Alex said, maybe try and refresh, Deb. Deb said, I did, Alex, now. Shannon said, Atlas 1 near Mars. Alex said, yes, nearly 3 million signatures for no digital ID, and Hammer still said he's going to do it, which proves I don't give a shit what people think or want. Starmer is for Davos. Hey, George. Oh, God love you, Deb. Thank you so much, Deb. I wonder how long it takes to, oh, no, it's up there. It didn't make a noise this time. Thank you, Deb. God love you. And Shannon, thank you too, guys. And with that, I'm going to leave it there because I'm having a really shit stream today. It's just not working for me. I don't know why. I'm going to have to plug it in and see what happens. And maybe ring my son and ask him. Anyway, guys, it was good to be back, and I'll be back again tomorrow, hopefully. All going well. Yeah, I should be back again tomorrow. And I will see you then. Okay, guys, I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Oh, there's some weird shit happening here, man.